So, what's the future of tech talent in Africa really look like? Well, we're about to dive into a pretty bold new blueprint for ALX, laid out by Helen A. Boagul. And let me tell you, this isn't just some small adjustment. We're talking a complete reimagination of how you build and connect a new generation of innovators. Okay, this quote you're seeing, this is basically the North Star for the entire strategy. It's the one big idea that drives everything else we're going to talk about. The goal isn't just about teaching skills anymore. No, it's about building this whole self-sustaining system that connects talent directly to the global economy with a laser focus on, you guessed it, artificial intelligence. So, what does that actually mean, going from a training provider to an ecosystem? Well, think of it like this. It's the difference between a single school and an entire city. A school, it focuses on courses and individual students. But a city, an ecosystem, that's built around careers, a thriving community, and deep corporate partnerships. It's the whole shebang, a complete environment that's designed for growth. All right, so how do you actually build this new city for tech talent? Well, the strategy lays out a really clear architectural plan, and its foundation rests on four interconnected pillars. And here they are. First up, a complete revenue transformation to change the whole economic engine. Second, a mobile-first ecosystem, which makes sure that access and learning can happen literally anywhere. Third, it's all about community, evolving the hubs where people connect. And finally, operational excellence, to make sure the whole thing runs like a well-oiled machine. These four areas are the foundation, so yeah, let's start with the money. Okay, pillar number one, and it's probably the most critical: revenue. And look, this isn't just about making more income. It's about fundamentally changing the economic engine that's going to power this ambitious new future. And when I say change, I mean it's radical. The new model says that 70%, a full 7 out of every $10, is now going to come from corporate training. That is a massive pivot away from individual learners. We're talking a full-on B2B model, targeting the big players, including Fortune 500 operating in Africa, because that's a direct response to the huge demand for AI-ready talent.
At the same time, ALX is going premium. They're launching advanced high-fee courses for professionals who are already in the game, think AI and cybersecurity, and the strategy is aiming for a 3 times price point. So, this isn't your basic training. We are talking high-value, career-defining masterclasses here.
Now, to make the whole model more resilient, they're also diversifying. The plan is to build 5 distinct revenue streams, not just 1 or 2. And what's really fascinating here is that this includes stuff like premium content subscriptions and even an alumni contribution fund. It's like they're creating a truly circular economy for the entire ecosystem. Of course, you can't change the business model without changing what you teach. And this right here illustrates that new focus perfectly. Just look at the chart. AI and machine learning now grab the biggest slice at 35%. That makes it the undisputed core of the entire curriculum. It's a clear and decisive bet on the future of tech. So what's the end game for all these changes? Well, it's to achieve one clear, powerful position: to establish ALX as Africa's premier AI-native talent pipeline. It's all about owning that space completely. But look, an ecosystem isn't just about money and code, right? It's also about people and place. So let's look at the next pillar: building the community infrastructure that's needed to support all this talent. The community plan is basically a 3-pronged approach. First, they're creating physical connection points with these micro-hubs. So think less about giant, expensive buildings and more about flexible co-working spaces and pop-up events. Second, they're teaming up with global tech giants to co-create the curriculum, which keeps it super relevant. And finally, and this is key, they're closing the loop with a talent marketplace, directly connecting their alumni with jobs. It's a full-circle support system. Now, to make all this happen, the organization itself has to evolve. I mean, you have to practice what you preach. This means mandatory AI reskilling for all staff. It also means empowering local teams with real decision-making power and using AI automation to streamline their own operations. Essentially, they're building an AI-native company from the inside out to support the AI-native pipeline they're creating. So we've seen the what and the how, but what about the payoff? Let's look at the ambitious financial vision that ties this entire strategy together. I mean, after all these massive changes, pivoting to corporate clients, tripling prices, and rebuilding the community from the ground up,
what's the actual financial target? What's the number that makes all this effort worthwhile?
The goal? 400% revenue growth over 5 years. Yeah, that's an incredibly ambitious target, and it signals a massive load of confidence in this transformation from a simple training provider into a full-scale work enablement ecosystem. And here's what that projection looks like. That steep curve you see on the screen, that is the journey to becoming a $50 million plus ecosystem. This chart isn't just about revenue, it's a visual representation of the value created by building an entirely new model for talent development in Africa. Ultimately, it all comes back to this one vision. Every pillar, every number, and every single strategic shift is designed to do one thing: build a bridge. A powerful, definitive bridge connecting the incredible talent across Africa with global opportunity.
So the final thought here is this. ALX is making an all-in bet on becoming an ecosystem, not just a school. The big question is, are we just looking at one company's strategy, or could this be the very blueprint for talent development across the entire continent in the age of AI? It's a pretty powerful thought to end on.